what's up guys? Today I'm here with a set review on the 71705 Destiny's Bounty. This is from 2020. It costs $130. It contains 1,781 pieces. And this is definitely worth $130 in my opinion. But stick around for the rest of my thoughts for the review. So let's get into the review, starting with the minifigures. Alright, so starting off the minifigure lineup is Lloyd. He is pretty cool. This season 1 Lloyd, so he hasn't grown up yet. He's just a little kid. And he does have an accessory. And figure throwing time. He does have this little dagger. Pretty sure it's a fang blade. And that looks nice. But let's get to the actual minifigure. Obviously, he does have to have this cape, and this is a nice cape. This is a soft cape, nice and soft. I like that. This is a good cape. He does have short legs, so can't articulate the legs at all, but I understand why. And he doesn't have any leg printing either, but he does have nice torso printing. He does have the garment on jersey, so number 5. Nice there, got the little bone pattern. And he does have an alternate face, so first of all, he has that scared face, and then second of all, he has this face. Like, he just did something to mess somebody up. He just looks happy. I like both of the faces. I think they were both good inclusions. And yeah, that's Lloyd. Let's move on to Cole. Alright, so here's Cole. Looking pretty nice. He's got this weapon right here, which is the I'm having trouble remembering today. It was the earth weapon, but I can't remember what it was called. He does have this one. Looks nice. It does use multiple pieces to build. And then he also has just a silver sword on the back. Just a plain old silver sword. So that's nice. He does have some nice torso printing, some nice leg printing, some nice foot printing, and he does have back printing. And this cap is dual molded, so you can see there's brown in there and there's black in there, which is nice. And then he has 2 faces, just like Lloyd. He has a eyebrow up face, and then he's got an angry face. And this is definitely cool. So let's move on to Zane. Alright, so here is Zane. He's very similar to Cole. Obviously, he does have the shurikens of ice. Right there, he does have 2 of the exact same thing. You can see, they're very rubbery. I don't know why they're so rubbery. But I wish they were harder plastic, and they're kind of difficult to get in his hands because of how rubbery they are. They don't just snap in, which is too bad. I'm having trouble with it. I'm just gonna leave it out. I'm just gonna leave it out. So he does have a sword and a scabbard here. It's unlike Cole's. It's just so. It's unlike Cole's that was silver. This one's gold. He does have torso printing, hip printing, leg printing, toe printing, and back printing. They all look pretty nice, pretty detailed. He does have this headpiece, same as Cole, except painted different colors. Or dual molded, actually. But this does look nice, and this gives you more of an idea of what Cole's look like, because you can barely see the brown on Cole's. But he does have 2 faces. He's got a super smile, which kind of weird. And then he's got a more angry look. So, cool figure. So, let's move on to Jay. Alright, here is Jay, obviously with the nunchucks of lightning. Looking pretty nice, sweet. So, those do look cool. He's got a little chain there. You could swing around if you wanted to. And he does have the dragons on him. And he is like Zane with the gold sword in the scabbard. And obviously he has the same printing as everyone else, except different prints, but in the same places. And obviously he's blue. And then he does have the same headpiece there, except painted blue, obviously. And then he has a mad face and a more happy, kind of like, I messed up face. So that's cool. And yeah, cool figure to have. So let's move on to Kai. Alright, so Kai is Kai, the fire ninja. Obviously has the same headpiece, painted differently again, but he does have an angry face, and this one looks I just dropped it. This one actually looks a lot like Jay's, so let me retrieve that real quick. Obviously very similar, but they're different people, so they're not going to look exactly the same. And he also has unique printing, and he's red. This sort of fire actually is nice too. It's got this nice mold, so that's kind of cool. And then he also has the silver sword like Cole and like Jay and Zane. But yeah, cool figure, and let's move on to Wu. Alright, so here is Wu. Obviously, he's different than everyone else, unlike the ninjas that are pretty much the same, just in different colors. He has this print here. It's cool, I guess. He's got a dragon on his back, which that actually looks pretty cool. And then he's got this staff here. So there's the staff. And then he actually only has one face because he has a rice paper hat, which you just see the face, obviously. So he can't, and I'm messing up. So he does only have one face. So that's kind of unfortunate, but obviously that was their option, so I'm not too upset about that. Let's move on to Samurai. Alright, here is Samurai, aka Nia. Don't tell anyone I told you that. She does have a silver sword. Again, we've seen that multiple times. She doesn't have a place to put it though. And she does also have good printing. She's got this armor, she's got the belt, she's got toe printing, she's got back printing, and then she does have this helmet, which is pretty cool. Kind of funny though. Up and down, Okay, I'm done with that now. She does have a shoulder piece, which is nice. Two heads, obviously. She's got a mad face and a happy face. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like they're that much different, because pretty much everyone in this set has a cover up over their face partially, except for Lloyd, which, yeah. So you can't really see their faces, but let's move on to the main bounty. Alright guys, so here is the bounty. I'm going to start off with the play features, and then I'm going to go to the design of this, which both are very nice. So I think I'm going to go from my least favorite play features to my favorite play features. Alright, so for my least favorite play feature, I mean, it's not a bad play feature, but there's a little stud shooter cannon, as you can see there. That is down here, plugged in as a cannon. And it looks kind of cool. It's designed well, but obviously that's just going to be a stud shooter. And then, did I already lose it? No, okay. That's just going to be a stud shooter. Doesn't provide that much play in my opinion, but it was a good addition. I'm glad that they didn't just leave that out. Alright, moving on to the next thing. If you see, you can pull this thing, up. Just a little thing that sits right there. And if you can see into there, there's a little bit of storage space. Hold on. Let me get a better angle on this. You can see there's a little storage space in there. So there's a training dummy, which we'll get to that later. There's some stairs right here. There's another clip so you can alternate the side the training dummy's on, or use it for storage. And then this thing, this little crate right here, which just has 2 studs and a blue curved tile. So, setting this back down, yeah, it's kind of a pain to do, but it's not that bad. It's way better on off camera. All right, moving on to this one. So there's a little lever here. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a little lever here. And what you want to do is you want to push down that lever. And, oh, it didn't work that time. Hold on. Fix these chains. Push down on that lever. Dang it, this is not turning out well. And of course it's gonna be the times that I'm filming it that's not gonna work. Oh my gosh, this is being problematic. Alright, so you wanna push down on that lever. Oh my god, I'm just gonna pull it. So, this doesn't always work. That's why it's not my favorite play feature. I don't know if it'd be my favorite, but it'd definitely be higher up on my list. But it does have a bit of trouble. But you can splay the sails out like it's their wings and it's gonna fly. So that is really nice and that's really cool. And I think that's a cool play feature, but it's not that greatly executed because a lot of time it doesn't work. It's got a problem with it. Alright. I think I'm gonna go. Oops. This next. So if you grab this part, you can just pull all of this off. And if you look there, you actually have a little control room, couple control panels, this map, which is a sticker, but not too bad. And then there's a little lever. And another thing is there's a little spare orange sword right there. And there is a second one of these, so if you wanted to put one over here, you could, but I just have that one on there. And then moving on to this little shack that was covering it, you can actually pull this off. We'll get to that later. Then you have this, and this is really nice. So there's a little training dojo. You know, you can kind of angle it however you want. You can angle it like that to there, anywhere from there. And I really like this. This is definitely this is a really cool thing about this set. I really like how they did this because you can just pull it off, spin it out, and then you have a training dojo. You know, that's really fun. That's a really cool play feature that I'm sure a lot of kids will play with. And these things do get kind of annoying. They're just kind of sails, I guess, on the very back. But this is really, really nice. I'm really glad they did this. And you can see some stickers here. Back window. Yeah. And it looks kind of plain from the outside. I mean, not the most plain thing I've ever seen, but it looks kind of plain from the outside. But then on the inside, yeah, that's really cool. Alright, and then going to the top of this shack. I'll fix this. you can pull this back, pull this out, and this has a golden katana right there. You can remove that, give it to one of your characters, and there is a spare of one of those, so you can, there's multiple of these. I don't know how many times, I don't know. There's quite a few of these in the set, so you could fill all the clips up with them. And then another thing is you can pull these, pry these things off. And if you look down in there, there's 2 silver ninja stars. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad they included this little weapon rack. Kind of a cool play feature. And all you have to do is slide that in. Go in, yeah. And then you got this. But one of the things that actually bothers me about this might be the only bad thing about it, is when you have this thing on and you're trying to get this thing on, there's a lot of trouble in it. So you gotta kind of get it on when it's not on the ship. You gotta have this part off the ship to get it on easier, if you know what I mean. And then now I got it on tight and secure. But that is kind of annoying that it doesn't go on very easily when it's actually connected up to the ship. So putting that back, this is my favorite play feature that we're moving on to. No, there's one more. Okay, so this play feature is, if you spin this, you can drop the anchors down. Sometimes these chains do get caught because they have to go through this Lego brick, these Lego bricks. But that is really nice. And there's 2, one on either side. And that's a cool little feature that they added. So that's kind of cool. Alright, this is my favorite play feature. So if you grab this set and you grab one of these wings right here and you turn it down, both of the wings will go down, but these engines pop out too. And that's really nice. It's really smooth. Uses so much. I love that feature. It's so smooth. Down here, you can see how that works. And I just love that. That's so great. That is how it worked in the show. These things will go down, engines will pop out. So I'm really glad that that's what they did, because that is an awesome play feature. All right, moving on to the design of this thing. I actually think this thing, even though it's loaded with play features, looks really nice. Obviously, you got this dragon head here. It's got tan teeth. And I actually popped that off to show you that up here. But yeah, that looked kind of nice. You can open the mouth, but this is all you can open it all the way back there, but you can't close it any farther than this. And then obviously the anchors look nice. You got this little gold tip sticking out. Then these bars. Those are nice. And these sails, they are single side printed. So obviously this side's not going to look as nice as this side. But one side will look better. So that would bother me, except they're always gonna, when you're displaying this, I don't know if this play feature is gonna stay up. This play feature is kind of wonky, so I personally will be displaying it like that, and that looks nice, because you're not seeing the non-printed side of the sails, which is good. They thought of that and they covered it up. Obviously, this cabin up here looks nice. Looks nice inside of it too. Already showed you that. These wings look nice. Very cool. And you can actually see that I used hot dog pieces here. It's just sausage links to put on the top of these for decoration, which is kind of cool. These back sails do look nice. They're kind of wonky and flimsy, but they do look nice. This back piece looks nice. There is a little sail. There's a little fin back here to angle where you want to go. And I'm pretty sure that's everything. There is a nice brown and tan on the top where you stand, and then on the sides there's a red and brown. It just looks really nice. It all goes together. And obviously for $130, this is really cool to me. So let's move on to my final thoughts. Alright, so for my final thoughts on this set, I do really like it. Definitely worth $130 in my opinion. This is one of the better 2020 sets, in my opinion. Obviously comes with 7 minifigures. I left them to the side for now, but this is definitely awesome. If you're a Ninjago fan, definitely pick this up, or even if you just like the look of it, this is definitely a good set for you. And I can tell you, the build of this was very enjoyable. I really liked it. Definitely one of the best builds I've done. And I love this thing. This is definitely one of my favorite LEGO sets I own. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. So, signing off for now. Subscribe, like the video if you liked it. So, see you guys later. This is Octo King, and see ya.